Welcome to the Pocatello Business Podcast, the only Pocatello podcast focused on providing profits for Pocatello people. If you love our town and love small business, you are in the right place. We interview local legends, learn business, and have way too much fun doing it. You're listening to the Pocatello Business Podcast with your friend, host, all-around great guy, and owner of New Clean Commercial Cleaning, Spencer Ward.
Pocatello Business Podcast is sponsored by Dell's Outdoor Advertising, locally owned and operated for the past 60 years. Did you know that nationally, outdoor advertising reaches more consumers per day than all other media? Billboards work 24/7, bringing your message to customers around the clock. 70% of commuters remember messages they read on billboards, and 32% made a buying decision within 1 week based on billboard messages. If you'd like to get a hold of them, get your advertising going with Dell's Inc., then call 208-232-6886 and ask for Rob. That again, it's 208-232-6886. Ask for Rob.
Okay, I want to start this out with, I want to know the best reasons why employees quit. I've got Zach. Introduce yourself real quick here.
My name is Zach Fossan. I'm with Allstate Benefits. We handle supplemental benefits for small businesses here in Pocatello.
Awesome. We're going to get to that here shortly, so you kind of know where we're heading. All right, so and let's not do an count today, but I'm going to be better. Here's some of the there's one. Non-negotiables. There's things we have to have there when we're hiring. You want to make sure they're legal to work. They need to have transportation. They need to be able to submit to a drug and background check, ability to work the hours that you need them, and they need to be able to match your core values of your company. Anyways, let's start off with hiring. Composing the message for your job offer. There's two. Dang it. There's three. Dang it. Let them know what you're looking for in the job offer. If you're a company that's a bunch of stiffs and zero fun work environment, and you just get down to business, that's it. Write that ad, citing that group of people. If you're a company that's fun, energetic, likes innovation and likes their employees' input and all that fun stuff, write that ad exactly that way. The worst thing you can do is write an ad saying you're something you're not. If you're a company that is, full of, people that have a zero fun attitude towards life, you don't want to say we're this great company that you're going to get so much out of it working and we're going to have so much fun. And you hire them, and they come in with this expectation that they're going to have so much fun, and they realize, wow, these guys, I don't think they've ever smiled since I've been hired, and I've been here a week.
Some places are like that.
Yeah, there are, and that's okay if there's companies like that. That's part of that's apparently their core values. But hire people that fit those core values. If you don't, you're going to see turnover and turnover and turnover. You can tell already I'm a goofball. I'm always going to be a goofball. Zach knows it. What I do write though when I'm writing ads for my company is exactly that. I'm a goofball. This is if you are like this, then apply for this job. If you're not like this, one of my favorite lines is, if you change jobs more than you shower, do not apply for this job. There's things like that you put in your ad, make it part of you, make it part of your personality, and you attract like-minded people that share your core values. Have you seen that at all with environments that you've worked in?
Oh, definitely. I ran a store here in Pocatello for a little while, so I did all the hiring and stuff like that. One of the things that I learned very, very early on was you have to be very, very specific to what you're looking for. Otherwise, you get people that show up in shorts and a t-shirt and expect that to be a professional look for an interview, and you're like, how did I get this guy?
That's right. I think it was Southwest Airlines. They're kind of known as I think they're the ones that are known as the party airline type thing. They were interviewing pilots, and I can't remember where I read this, to hire pilots. And these serious pilots were in a room waiting to be interviewed, and a gal came in and said, okay, please put on these brown pair of shorts and we'll get ready for the interview. And some of the pilots were like, okay, let's do it. Let's do this thing. They want brown shorts. We're going to put brown shorts on and go to town here. And the other pilots, some were there and said, I'm not wearing brown shorts. I'm a professional pilot. You're not going to see me in brown shorts or whatever it was. They came back in after 5-10 minutes, and they said, okay, everyone with the brown shorts on, let's move on to your next step. All those that didn't, it's okay.
You're not for us.
We won't be continuing forward with you.
Yep.
And that's exactly what you want to do. You hire the best person. I don't care if they're blue, pink, purple, black, white. You hire the best person. That's what you need to look at, and someone that's going to fit your core values. And not everyone does. We do a working week interview after we hire. They have that chance to see how the job's going to be like. At the end of the week, we decide, hey, is this going to be good? Great. Let's move on. If not, it's okay. We'll part as friends. Here's a check, and we'll go forward.
It's a good strategy. I like that.
Yeah. In our industry, it's the janitorial industry, it is notoriously known for high turnover. I think the industry turnover rate was 400%. We're significantly below that, but we're used to that. So we have a little more experience with this. So speak to your audience. Speak to who you want to hire, not to the masses. Just zone in. Next thing I want to talk to you a little bit about is what are you offering? If you're a big company with full comprehensive benefit packages, that's great, but can your people afford it? There's sometimes, you've probably seen this, there's bigger companies that have these packages, but when their employees go to get on them or bring their families on them, it's a lot of their paycheck they've got to be pushing out.
Never seen that ever.
So that's one thing, you got to think of it that way. Can your people afford to take advantage of your benefits? And if you're a small company and you don't think you can afford any benefits of any kind, you're wrong. This is where I brought Zach in to talk to you a little bit about supplemental insurance. There's again. Just, can you start smacking me maybe softly, but I don't know. Both sides of companies should be looking into supplemental insurance, even if you have a comprehensive plan or if you don't. But this is one thing I'd like to talk about. So can you kind of explain exactly what an employer would be looking for, and even kind of maybe a ballpark range of what it'd be costing their employees, and does it even cost them anything?
Sure. I mean, we'll only take 90% of their paycheck. It's fine. It's good. What you've got is you've got two sets of benefits. You've got your major medical, which a lot of companies can afford, and like you said, the employees might not even be able to afford to be on it. Mm-hmm. Then you've got your supplementals. Supplementals are there to fit that affordable lifestyle or bridge a gap if they do have those benefits so that they can actually use them. That's what they're for. Average cost, you could get a decent comprehensive package and probably pay $25 an employee per month. And that's what you'd be looking at. I mean, it can cost the company zero, or they can, help the employees out. So I've seen it go both ways.
Exactly. That's the big thing right there, is that, if you want to help some of your employees out, that's great. But if just by signing up, your employees have access to that plan, we're a part of it, my employees love it. I broke a rib, for example, in January. Snowboarding wasn't even to do with my business. And I think I got over a $700 check back, So I was making light with Zach the other day that it shouldn't be used as a savings account. You don't want to just start breaking fingers and breaking bones to get some extra money, but it does pay. Whenever
you need to pay a bill, kids bounce. Stairs are good.
Don't take that advice. Let's not do that. Okay. There's a few others I want to, just some other examples, especially for smaller companies that don't think they can do anything else for their employees. I'm a small company, and I know, you don't think you have all this money to be able to put into certain things to keep good employees. There are some small things you can do that doesn't cost a bunch, that really go a long ways. Simple things like a simple IRA with company match. There's financial advisors out there that you can get a hold of, and again, that doesn't cost you much. I think the minimum of those of matching is 3%. That's a good way to go. Paying for gym memberships for your employees.
Oh, I've got a gym membership.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in like 4 years.
Well, I'm trying to get back in the gym. Again, mileage reimbursements if your employees travel. That's a big one. Kindle.
I thought that was a required one.
I don't think it is, but
really
we do the government standard of 53 cents a mile.
That's what every company I've ever worked for has done too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Anyways, Kindles. You could do a Kindle. All the free books they want, as long as they give a book report, and after 90 days of working for you, give them the Kindle. They don't cost a lot. Stuff like that. Do parties. Involve their families. You get to see the real employee and the different side of them as you have parties. We do a monthly party, one for our offices in Pocatello or Idaho Falls, and it's fun. Like I really do have a blast with these people. They're great. They share my values because we've hired them with our core values, and we just have a ton of fun. We bowl, we go to the parks, we play games, we eat pizza. We do whatever we want to do, and it's just a ton of fun. And we get to meet their families, and it just creates that culture.
One of these days I'll get to go to one of these parties.
Possibly. If he's good, he might get invited. One thing we don't do, I know other companies do, but we don't really care about seniority. It's strictly based off of performance, and we do provide advancement opportunities. That's one way that we feel like we motivate people, is just if you perform well, you're going to get, of course, the hours that you want, and you're going to get you're going to earn a larger pay, and you're going to get all the stuff that you're wanting. So that's one way to do it, and you don't have to be here for years to be able to move up to certain levels. It's just based upon your performance.
I absolutely agree with that sentence right there, because one of the things that I've seen is that companies that do advancement by seniority, you end up with a lot of people in management positions that have no business being there.
Probably shouldn't be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the best should be there. The best should be leading your company.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, That's why I hire smart people, because I need some smart people running my company, because you know how I am. Okay, the last point, you always know it's coming, and clean environments. One study shows that over 43,000 respondents from 351 office buildings found that cleanliness was correlated with employee satisfaction. We all can kind of relate. If you have your own personal nook or cubicle or office, you kind of understand when it gets messy and you've got paper stacked up and you've got things all over the place. I don't know about you, but my mind feels scattered.
I work in controlled chaos.
Yeah. So if you have a cleaner environment, and I know restrooms, those kind of things, your employees are working hard for you, and they go in and they see disgusting restrooms or things just aren't clean. That does lower morale. And
absolutely.
It does play into your employee satisfaction. There was the other thing here too, in 2 laboratory and field experiments, offices that were seen to be in proper order and had pleasing appearances had positive outcomes for trust in the organization and for learning. So there you go. Anyways, so there's a lot more to hiring and keeping good employees, but really if you just get down to composing the right message when you're trying to hire the person that you're trying to hire or the people you're trying to hire, be who you are. show them who you are and don't fake it. Be real. All they want is exactly that. They want you to be real with them. When you hire them, it doesn't need to be a bait and switch. That, oh yeah, you're hired already, we're good. Now you're not going to enjoy your job, So be real with them. If you're fun, be fun. If you're not, just be the same. But just be real with your employees. Look into different offerings that you can offer them. Use Zach here, supplemental insurance. I think, ballparking is probably costing my employees $8 a paycheck, and they get great coverage for that kind of stuff. Don't quote me on that. He might slap me around for saying that, but it's not that much. And gym memberships, those kind of things, simple IRAs with company matches, they don't take a ton of money, but it does go a long ways with your employees. Involve your families of those employees and keep those offices clean. Zach, anything else you need to say about insurance or anything else? Any false things I said I need to be corrected?
No false things.
Okay.
Guys, keep your employees happy. Employees, take care of your customers.
Exactly. Yeah, your employees are literally the face of your company, and if they're happy, it's going to reflect on everything else. And your customers are going to be happier. Your customers are going to have a better experience with you.
Congratulations on spending a couple minutes getting just a little bit smarter, having some fun, and supporting the Pocatello business community. If you are feeling the love, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you are.